Just, it was what a game. Just really proud of our young men. Proud of the way they came back and fought. That was an unbelievable football game. We had to Air Force and Coach Calhoun. They played a heck of a football game. They have a really good team. That's a team that beat Colorado. Beating Boise. In the second half, and they could very, very, very easily be undefeated. And I knew that there'd be a stingy game, but I like our team too, and I like our leadership. And I saw it in January. I saw the leadership of our team, our captains, our seniors. Just proud of our guys. They worked so hard here. This is a great school, but this school isn't easy. School is hard. The military is tough. Division I football is really hard, and you combine all three. It takes a special person to come to school here, and just like them. They've got some great kids in their football team. Just proud of our young men. Found a way to win. That was a great team win. We kind of went back and forth, and when one side of the ball needed to step up, we did. And just proud of our guys. I love them, and just proud of our players, our coaches. They did a great job, great game planning, and our kids executed.
Gene. Hey, Ken, Gene Wong, Washington Post. What about Malcolm's resiliency and toughness, leaving the game a couple times and comes in it for the winning drive there?
It's a tough kid, man. Just didn't practice much this week. Just a tough kid, and he refused to lose. And just we were gonna ride him at the end. And just and I made some big plays in the passing game. Our wide receivers and A-backs made some big catches, some tough spots. We came up with some big stops on defense, and I thought the defense did a good job. But it's a hard game. Those guys are resilient kids, Air Force is, and so are we, but I'm proud of Malcolm. I thought Malcolm willed us to a win at the end. And it was, after a while, just find a way to give him the ball.
Bill Wagner, Baltimore Sun Media Group. You would go on like 3 possessions without doing much offensively, but when you needed to move the ball at crunch time, you went down the field 75 yards and scored a touchdown when you needed a touchdown. Can you just talk about, digging deep and doing that at the end when you had to score a touchdown?
Wedge, I love you. But you're always somebody after a great win like that to find a negative to start things off.
That's a positive.
But you gotta find a way to get it done. You just keep playing. You just find a way to keep playing. Our kids, just the resolve, the grit. But our kids refuse to lose. We weren't going to lose to them. But like I said, I have a ton of respect for that program. I have a ton of respect for Air Force and Coach Calhoun. But like I said, I knew we'd be back this year. I just knew. I just saw it in January. People asked when we came back in August, what are you going to do differently? It didn't take August for me to find that out. I saw that way back in January, saw the way our seniors and the resolve and how we worked for these kind of days. I'm just really happy for them.
You jump-started that final drive with the trick play, and that really kind of seemed to give it a lift. Do you talk about that?
Yeah, the great thing about it was Malcolm and I think Taj Malloy, that was their suggestion. So they kind of tweaked our play a little bit, and so we're scrambling on the sideline. Where's he going? I'll look at this guy, and that's kind of how it is. There's mayhem and chaos on the field, and you're trying to make adjustments. But that was Malcolm and Taj, coming to Coach Jasper and hey, this play looks like it'll work. And I go like, let's try it. Shows you how smart we are as coaches. Like, okay, let's try it.
Ken, your impressions of the defense? You held them out of the end zone for three and a half quarters, basically.
I thought for Coach Newberry's first academy game, I thought he had a marvelous game plan. Like I said, they pulled out everything in the second half, but I thought we played well. We gave up some passes late, but I thought we played well on defense. And like I said, that's a good team. It's hard to hold him down, but I thought our defense played well. They scrapped. We had some turnovers that put them in bad spots on offense, but they just continued back. I thought our defense played well.
Ken, you alluded to it a little bit earlier, but is this the sort of game that cements the thought that this is a different kind of team for you guys, especially the way that you guys responded there in a late situation?
Probably, but I didn't need that, Patrick. I mean, because I saw what we did from January. I saw how we worked, and I've been doing this long enough to see the signs that it takes to be a good team. You got to be selfless. You got to be humble, and you got to be a team person. And I saw all those signs in our leadership that we had a chance this year, and so you have to move on from last year. We already made changes after the season, and you had your game plan moving. From January, it was 2019. We weren't looking backwards. It was 2019, and this is a special team.
Ken, what does the win mean for these guys who haven't won at the Commander-in-Chief since 2015? You get the first leg done right now.
Pretty sweet. Now we control destiny. It's the way you want it, man. So obviously that's a long ways away. Normally I tell these guys, we got to move on to the next one. We're going to enjoy this one. I guarantee we're going to enjoy this one. It was a hard-fought win, and our kids earned the right to just enjoy this. I mean, that was a hard win. And played a lot of games in this stadium, and maybe last year, 2 years ago in this one, and they all rank up there as classics.
As a team captain, Ron should kind of just talk about what this means. A lot of things happened in the offseason named it winning this game.
First and foremost, I just want to give glory to God. I seriously do. Without that, there's some trials that our whole team, I don't think would have gotten through. So I just want to give the glory where it needs to be after this win. I mean, as a player on this team, I'm just privileged to be be next to these guys, have those guys, playing on offense and just feed the machine, playing on defense. We know our role, right? We're a selfless team, and I couldn't be more proud of these guys. And I think that shows, right? We got people coming in, playing certain games, and then not playing certain games. You know what I mean? Like, we know our role, and we know who we want to put in there, and we're all in. So whatever it takes, if it takes a different person, if it takes a different scheme, we're gonna perform, and we're gonna get out there and do it for each other. So just. Man, I'm so proud of these guys and seeing the hard work prevail in the end, because I know we worked hard. This win is a product of what we did in the summer. So that's all I got to say.
Diego, how are you guys able to keep Air Force out of the end zone for 3.5 quarters?
I just think it was at the end of the day, I think it was our will, just the will to win. We've really come a long way, and I think just thinking about something that I think about, and try to talk to the guy, think about, this is the 1 yard line, even though we might be in the middle of the field. This is the one. We're on the goal line right now, and I think just us playing as a team and that goal of getting 6 every game has just drove us, and whenever the offense is doing well, it kind of encourages us as well. And we got a long way to go, and we still have a long season ahead of us. But this is one that we'll remember. So.
Nazir just commented as well about the fact that holding them to field goals. They were in the red zone quite a bit and had to settle for field goals, and really that was the difference. You knew they were going to get some touchdowns, but I mean they could have had a higher number if you all hadn't bowed your necks a little bit.
For me, my expectations for my teammates are just out of the roof. So coming to this game, I had the mindset that we were going to shut them out. Knew they were going to be a good Air Force team, very consistent, but I just seen guys over the past 3 years bust their butts every single day, day in, day out, go to class, come back over, go to class, go to meetings, just endless work. So to see the product on field, it's kind of like one of those things you just kind of expect. So my emotions right now aren't really that out of the roof because for my teammates, and just being a captain position, you expect to win when everybody's putting their work in to do so. So for me, this is just another game for me because right now the season's not over. I'm really proud of my teammates for definitely coming into this game and finishing it how we planned to. So we executed very well. Play calls were awesome from Coach Newberry. And then just everybody on the field just trusting each other to do their job, and they all came together. So very pleased for my team.
Paul, what's kind of going through your mind when after the final play when Tony scores a touchdown and the brigade kind of rushes the field there? What are you thinking at that point?
It was a special moment for myself, and just being able to watch and run as well. But just watch my teammates, the brigade, our coaches, again, see the product, but then celebrate. And I think just as a team comes together, they have their losses and their shortcomings, and then their victories. And both of those you're learning and you're celebrating, and those are just wonderful, awesome moments. Like Diego said, that you'll remember forever. And I think that the brigade showed that they're behind us. Our community showed that they're behind us, and we performed for them, and we performed for each other. So it was unity to me. It was exciting to see everyone come together and just celebrate together, love on each other, and show each other, a hug or a scream, or just look them in the eyes and say, I love you, So it was really cool.
Coach Ken earlier said that he thought you willed the team to a win. Can you discuss maybe your toughness getting back in after missing a few snaps and leading that drive at the end?
That's just something I try to do. The offense played well. We had a couple mistakes here and there, but just keeping that attitude, that mindset that we're going to win the game. Never letting that leave our minds. I wasn't going to come out more than I needed to. So I really didn't.
First play of the final drive, coach said that you and Taz kind of came up with that play call. What made you think that was going to work at that moment?
We ran it a little earlier, and we just saw how the defense played. We talked about it on the bench, brought it up. He liked it, so.
Ford, I was going to ask you, he was out a couple times after getting nicked up, but at the very end, he's flipping over people trying to score a touchdown, which is kind of crazy. But I know you didn't have a good view of it because I saw where you were. Can you just talk about that? Like he said, the will to win?
Yeah, of course. Well, something special about Malcolm is, we all know his character inside the locker room, and what's great about what you guys just saw is he shows the type of person he is on the field, and not only is that type of person he is, but he encouraged all of us to follow suit. He's the leader of our pack in the offense, and when he comes in confident in the huddle and knowing that we're going to get this done, it's contagious to all of us. So that's exactly what happened. We were sitting on the sideline. There's 3 minutes and some change left, and the only thing I can think about is we've been here before 2 years ago, and that was what was communicated, and we know we've done it before, even with less time, and not put together. It's a good play, and credit to our coaches and the fantastic job that they did getting us in the end zone there at the end.
Ford, you kind of alluded to some stuff that's happened in the past, but last year there were some tight losses in there too. How meaningful is it to close out a game like this that was going to come down to the last 6 plays?
It's a big deal. It's a big deal for us in our program, and it's something that we've harped on even in the offseason. You're exactly right. We've been in a lot of tight games, and walk in the locker room at halftime, and the only thing you see on the whiteboard the coach draws up is finish, with the big box around it. And we know that's what we needed to do, and we're thankful that we got it done. And we're going to build off this and know that we've been in these situations before. If it comes up again, and we know we can finish.
So you get back on that 32-yard pass in that final drive. Can you kind of take us through how it unfolded? It looked like you adjusted to the ball when you turned around.
Yeah, so whenever coach called the play, I knew somebody had to go ahead and make a play. It was a tight ball game, and that play had to be made. So the only thing that went through my head is just I got to catch the ball. I blocked everything out and just focus on the ball, and then just had to go get it. Malcolm put it up where I can go make a play, so I had to go get it.
Well, Ford or Malcolm, last year Air Force got after you, and I know that's something that's probably been on your mind since then. Can you talk about how it feels to come back and get revenge on them?
Go ahead.
It's a great feeling. No other way to explain it. They did get after us last year. We just didn't want to feel that as a team, that feeling we had after that loss, the way we lost. So just came out, used that as fuel, and we got it done today.
Yeah, I think this one's been circled for us for a long time, ever since last season, and circled for us as players and the coaching staff, and they put together an awesome game plan. And the only way I can describe it is after that win, I was overwhelmed with emotion, knowing how much has gone into this throughout the off season, what's been done, what coach has done, the people he's brought in, and there's a lot that works towards this one little moment. And just to be able to reflect on that is incredible, and experience that is indescribable. So, we wanted this one bad, and we're happy to be sitting here with a win right now.
Ford, what's kind of going through your head after Tony scores that touchdown on the final snap and the Brigade's rushing onto the field?
Well, I just found out a couple seconds ago that he scored on that. I didn't know that Tony scored. I think I was maybe running on the field. I don't know what was going on. Yeah, I just found out he scored. But that's amazing. That last play is something special. And again, it's a moment in life that will always be so special, and something that would be hard to put into words. And what's great about it is that you don't experience it alone. That's what's great about this sport. You have 170 guys on our team that you all experience that together, and it doesn't matter who you are. If you're part of our program, coaches and staff, it all means that much to them. So that's what's great about this sport, and what's great about this win tonight is being able to share that with everyone.